Good evening, guys. How are you doing? So, what's the best way to take control of your finances, of your wealth, of your income? Is it to pay your expenses and bills as soon as you get paid? Is it to reduce your expenses? Is it to get out of bad debt? No, 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 not really. Although reducing expenses, getting out of bad debt, or even paying expenses as soon as you get paid may help you to take control of your finances. That's not the main thing, that it will help you to take control of your finances. Before we dive into the four secrets to help you take control of your finances, I would recommend you to subscribe to this channel if you want to make more money, keep more money, and also multiply your money like a multi-millionaire. The first step to take control of your finances is to pay yourself first, not to pay expenses and bills or even taxes first. The biggest mistake most people make is that as soon as they get paid, they pay all the expenses and debts first, and then they have nothing left to save. Of course, they want to save, but the problem is as they spend all the money on rent, on expenses, on even to pay the debts, they have nothing left to save. So that's a big mistake. And that's what I call financial suicide. Why are you doing this? Why are you working so hard in the cold, rain, and don't pay yourself a portion or a percentage of your hard earned money? You deserve a portion of your money. You deserve to get paid first rather than last. It's Rob Moore, who is the author of multiple best selling books on business, and also he helps people how to get more income and increase their wealth. He recommends people to save 1/10 of their income, or if you like, 10% of your income. Now, of course, if you cannot save 10%, you can start with 3% or even 5%. Because sometimes some people tell me, Sam, oh my God, my rent is so high. All my money is going towards the rent and bills and even taxes. So I cannot save. That's why I say to you, maybe you can save 2% or even 3%. It does not matter. What I want you to do right now is to get started. Even with a 1%. In the book, The Richest Man in Babylon, the author George Clayson also recommends the following. I'm going to quote him. This is what he said. Pay yourself first. You can only build wealth if you learn to pay yourself first, which means saving some of your income. You pay others for goods and services all the time. So learn to pay yourself first before you pay others. So from now on, I tell you, pay yourself first. A part of the money you earn is yours to keep. And repeat this to myself. I always pay myself first. Repeat it 3 times a day, in the morning, in the afternoon, and also in the evening. Come on, you deserve to pay yourself first. You work so hard. Why are you paying everybody else but yourself first? So let me know right now what you're doing right now. Are you paying yourself first? Or are you paying yourself last? Be honest. Okay, be honest. I'm not going to say or judge you. I'm not going to say anything about that. I used to pay myself last. However, since I learned about this technique of paying myself first, I never did the same mistake again in my life. So don't be ashamed of doing that. Okay, now, of course, we need to change these habits, because if you cannot pay yourself first, then you're going to be in big trouble if you want to create wealth and be financial free. Okay, so that's the first secret to take control of your finances, okay, to pay yourself first. Then, so what's the second secret? What do you think is the second secret? The second secret, of course, is to pay expenses, taxes, and bills second. Okay? Make a list of all the expenses you have to pay and make sure you pay them as soon as possible. Now, of course, you have different types of expenses and also different types of taxes and even um, debts. For the debts that are high interest rate, I would recommend you to pay them as soon as possible. But for those debts or even taxes that are low interest, I would recommend you to pay them slow, not so fast. What do you think is the third secret to take control of your finances? So we already talked about the first secret, which is to pay yourself first. Always, always pay yourself first, no matter what. And then we talk about the second secret, which is to pay expenses, bills, and taxes second. So now, what do you think is the third secret to take control of your finances? Please let me know in the comments below, guys. So the third secret is what I call emergency account. What is this emergency account about? The problem is that most people don't have an emergency fund. Okay, most people, if something happened, like if they lose their main source of income or one of their loved ones becomes sick, they have no choice unless to use a credit card with high interest to cover for those emergencies, for those unexpected bills. So that's not good, isn't it? That's what they call a financial suicide. Most experts and gurus recommend people to save 3 to 6 months of their living expenses in this emergency fund saving account. However, I would recommend you to save 6 to 12 months of living expenses in this account. Why? Because, as I said, if something happens, something unexpected happen, you're going to be in big trouble. You have to go and use credit cards, and then you have to pay high interest. So that's not good, okay? That's what I call unwise, silly, okay? So never do this big mistake. If you don't have an emergency save account or emergency fund, from now on, make sure you start doing that, okay? You don't have to save 20% or 40%. You can start with 5%. Every month, save 5% of your income into this account, okay? And then we have the fourth step or secret to take control of your finances is what I call save to invest. This is where you set up an account specifically to invest in assets. But what type of assets are we talking about? I'm talking about assets that will produce passive income. This is called income producing assets. I'm also talking about appreciative assets such as property investments, lands, anything that increase in value over time. Please do not make the mistake of having all your money into one account. That's why, for example, in your account, in your current account, you want to split that account in different accounts. You want to create different saving accounts within that main account. And each account should be for different purposes, okay? One account should be, as I said, to pay yourself first. This can be used to, as I say, pay yourself financial freedom funds. You can use this money to become financial free one day. So the income from this money will help you to live a very comfortable life. And then another account you're going to have is a saving account in which you're going to transfer the money to pay the bills, expenses, and taxes. Okay, that's the second account within your current account. The third account you're going to have is what I call emergency fund account. This, as I said, is an account where in which you're going to save for emergency when those unexpected emergency happen, so you don't have to use credit cards with high interest. Okay, and then the fourth one is an account in which you're going to save to invest in assets that will produce passive income, that will produce cash flow. Okay, that's the fourth secret to take control of your finances. Okay, if you want to know more about how to take control of your finances, I would recommend you to subscribe to my channel, Success Booster Academy, and also to hit notification bell so you don't miss amazing videos like this. Okay, again, if you want to know more about how to make more money, how to manage it wisely like a multi-millionaire, make sure you subscribe to this channel and share this video. You deserve to be rich, you deserve to enjoy life, and let's go and create it. See you next time. Have a good night.